Miata is like another cult, you know, like once you drive one, like you don't stop talking about one.
It's like the Honda Fit, man. It's like, yeah. No, but yeah, they're great cars, and all the swaps they do to those cars is insane. So.
Oh yeah, I've seen everything in the Miata, like LS, like K series.
LS is scary though because just so much power, 400 horsepower on a car that weighs what, less than 2,000?
That's too much.
Never know. Yeah. What is it? You just put more cages? So smooth. Oh, nice. That's a great exhaust tone, man. That's plenty fast.
Yeah, it's got power when you want it, and if not, you can drive around, you know, like everyone else, like a daily driver.
Like a daily driver.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Automotive Anatomy. Today we have Shahan. Thank you so much for making the time for us, man.
Of course. So here's my 2007 FA5 converted to you know, the JDM front and rear end. And it also has a different motor than what the car came with. It has a K24 A2.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it has a B16, man. Well, let's back it up before we talk about the beautiful car, man. Tell us about yourself, Shahan. Like, when do you remember thinking, I like cars, this is my hobby?
Oh man.
Because you actually, this is a big hobby for you.
Yeah.
If not as like the other 20 cars that you have.
This is an expensive hobby. I'd say probably back when I was like maybe like in middle school, especially like the Fast and Furious, Need for Speed, and then also my dad, he had a Integra back in the day.
So your dad was into the hobby as well?
Yep, yeah, he was a car enthusiast as well until his Integra got stolen, and that kind of took the passion away from him.
It tends to do that. I've heard that from different people. Once your car gets stolen, it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it's always been Japanese cars for you?
Yeah, pretty much. So I started off in high school with a GS300, and then in college, I slammed it, put it on wheels, like the whole VIP scene. But back then, I didn't really do too many things on my own. It was only until like 2019, I bought a Miata, and then kind of just started doing things on my own, like figuring it out. And then from there, you know, 3-4 years, we're here. Like this was a motor swap, did it myself in the backyard.
So the hobby just continues. Yeah. It's crazy because as a high schooler in a GS300, like those are nice.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure you were like enjoying it.
I had the grandma spec.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Okay. So then, I mean, I don't have to ask you what becomes your first car because that GS becomes your first car. So how do we stumble upon this Civic? What was the desire to have this 8th gen?
So I don't know. It was kind of weird. Like I was looking at EKs. And also, for some reason, 8th gen sedans. And then the Sunday night before, you know, like this week started that I got this car, I found out my wife was pregnant.
Awesome.
So I was like, I don't know, I felt like one last project before I didn't have any more time. So, so that's when I found this car. It was, it had a built motor on its last legs. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of how you kind of see it today, minus a few things I'll talk about later. But yeah, like the car pretty much needed a new motor, and then I picked it up, and that was like my project. I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and I had really no experience in like engine swaps or anything.
That's cool.
But I got in my backyard and kind of started taking stuff apart, and you know, and then next thing you know, like 2-3 weeks later, it had a K24 A2 in it, and it was back on the street.
That's cool. I'm good at taking things apart. I just can't put them back together, man.
Yeah, and for some I'm like by profession, I'm an engineer, so kind of mechanical sense is like, you know, is kind of more in tune, you know.
Yeah, and you probably make it even better.
Yeah, so I've tinkered, you know, I've modified and kind of made some like try to make my own like brackets and whatnot.
Of course.
So.
Yeah. I mean, and you mentioned your cars. You have a K-swap Civic, supercharged
Miata. Yeah, so I have a supercharged Miata, a K-swapped EK hatch. I got this car, and I bought a Honda Fit, a 2018, like 3-4 weeks ago. So pretty much...
one last project.
And I have a 4Runner, a lifted 4Runner, but pretty much the wife is like, one of these cars has to go, and I told her this car was going before I got the EK, and
That was
yeah, that was 2 cars
built,
ago.
dude.
Yeah, so this car has to go now.
It has to go.
And actually, it's gone. You know, some guys coming from Texas to pick it up this coming week.
Man,
so
well, this car's gonna be in Texas, gonna be fun, and hopefully the new owner gets to enjoy it. But it's a great car, man.
Yep.
I'm glad that you're making room for more projects.
Yeah.
So maybe what, in 6 months, 3 months, we'll have you feature the Fit when it's case swap. But
that's what I want to do. Maybe a year. I gotta keep it at least like a daily, you know.
Okay. Maybe the wife is watching this.
Yeah.
Let's come on, guys, help me out here.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Otherwise, people won't believe that it's manual. And then after that, we can get some coffee. Man. It's not even low, man. Just go fast.
I spilled my scrape over here.
No, the bumper's pretty big, yeah. That thing boogies, man.
It's got power.
The problem is that you're accelerating the way you do in your Honda Fit.
Yeah.
But would have been back there with that Honda Fit.
I'd still be coming out of the parking lot.
Yeah, it definitely the shifter seems very smooth and direct. So I've seen the ads on that company, and it seems like they make a huge difference.
Yeah, so I had a hybrid racing, the shifter, and then once the QD just came out like 6 months ago, and I switched it out.
And you like that?
Yeah.
You like this one better?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I mean, it's just you're not gonna like every single same company, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes people have to, stick with that one because that's what's out there. What kind of clutches they have?
So it's got just what's it called? Exidi. It's an OEM like Exidi.
Like
clutch
OEM,
with a lightweight flywheel.
Ah, there it is. Lightweight.
But like I said, after driving this car now, after driving the Honda Fit for like 3-4 weeks, I feel like a noob on the throttle. Like
Yeah. Well, this one's so sensitive.
Yeah,
and it's direct. Well, that's the whole conversation that we've been having. It reminds you why we love this car, because it's raw. The power is there, and it's newer. Compared to a '90s Honda. Yeah, it's just like the perfect gen. That exhaust is nice on street.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not overpowering. It has a really nice tone to it. We won't be able to hit red line at all. It's so far away.
This is nice. Oh yeah, I understand. I mean, like I told you, I've always liked these 8th gen Civics. I think it took me a while, if I'm being honest, it took me a while for the USDM version to grow on me. But I'm like that. I always look at a new car, I'm like and then somebody lowers it, puts a little bit of wheels, and I'm like, oh, actually looks pretty good,
See, there's one right there. It's a regular FA5.
Where is it?
Oh, there's a white one.
Oh, okay. Where did it go? Went inside the parking? Oh, there it is. Hey, are you one of my friends? Yeah. But after, I don't know, I mean, I think I got it in one, and I just, immediately I was like, okay, this is cool. I understand why people really get into it.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the Seeker, theme, and then I saw those tollgate battles with the J's front end, game over. I was like, once I saw that front end, it's almost like the Integras, right? Like, I love the bug eyes. But the J front end is always to me.
Yeah,
it looks nicer.
Yeah, J and front end all the way for the Integra.
Yeah, that's our fighting words in the Integra.
Even though my dad had just a regular
bug eye.
Talking about this car, now when you were looking for the car, like last project, like you mentioned, was it specifically the 8th gen Civic, or were you just on marketplace like myself? And then this pops up, and you're like...
So I was kind of like looking at... I was looking for a converted JDM, like front and rear end car.
Oh, okay.
Because like USDM, like, I don't know, it's a regular SI, the look just didn't do it for me. Like, it wasn't
all the guys with USDM Civic SIs that happen to click on this video are just liking it right now. Thank you guys for joining us. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day.
I do like the refresh facelift, and I wouldn't mind, getting back one of those in the future.
You already said what you said, man. Don't try. JDM always for the win. Gotcha. Okay. And so the car is still an OEM paint, right?
So it's been it's been resprayed from a previous owner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention that this car was it was a Motor Trend back in the day.
Oh yeah. Okay. And why was that again?
So one of the writers for Motor Trend, he was kind of documenting the build series. So he took the car from from a stock 8th Gen SI, and he's the one who originally did the conversion, and it had like he did the whole built motor and was documenting the whole process.
Because this car's a what? An 08 you said?
Yeah, 07.
07.
Yeah.
Yeah, we take that for granted. I mean, 07 to do I mean, not cut up, but yes, cut up a front and rear of a 07, 08, like it takes a lot.
Yeah.
So people were now it's more common, but back then that was cool. Okay, so that was nice that it's. Hopefully, I can find that. It'd be cool to find that motorsport article or something.
Oh, yeah, I could send you a link.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he wrote like 3 or 4 like articles on this build.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, for sure. That'd be pretty cool to see it. Okay. So it was resprayed because I know this generation has notorious paint on the.
So you see the doors is all like. So I think the previous owner, before the one who did the guy who bought it after the original, the guy who built it, he for some reason he resprayed the whole car, but he didn't do the 2 rear doors. So I have no idea why. Maybe he ran out of money. I have no idea. But he was a college kid, and
that makes sense.
So
it was either he's engineering books or the 2 doors. He's a doctor somewhere. Okay, sounds good. And then you haven't done anything to the front end. That's as you got it. That's how it is.
Yep. Yeah. So I haven't touched anything cosmetic wise at all, really.
That's cool. But it doesn't need it.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't need to spend extra money on, so let me take that back. I was looking for a Type R grill. I was looking to switch this out and sell it because of the clear coat is fading on the carbon. So I was looking at swapping that out, but
what front bumper is this?
So this is a JDM Type R front bumper.
The Type R. Okay, gotcha.
And it has so the lip is a backyard special.
Oh, okay. Actually, I was telling you, like, I love the Seeker front bumpers. They look super aggressive, but this is perfect for like quote unquote daily OEM-ish plus. It just.
Yeah, and this is also a backyard special, the front grille.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was looking at either getting it re-cleared or swap into a JDM like front grille.
It's a perfect size car, man. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean it's a really nice daily. The only thing is now with the Honda Fit, I love those how much storage space I can get with the
and the 100 miles per gallon. Yeah.
And I could carry a whole full set of wheels inside. So
you can fit this car inside the Honda Fit. It's crazy. It's crazy. Tell us about your suspension, man. What do you got going
on? So I have Godspeed Monomax RS. Perfect for what I need it for. I really only drive like 10 miles. Like I take it to the gym and to my parents and just errands. So I haven't taken the car to the track or anything like that. I was just too afraid to go off course and get messed up.
Yeah. So. Okay, that's cool. And then braking system, what did you do?
So it has the Willwood 6-piston.
Oh, nice.
Perfect stopping power for when you're doing pull.
I mean, and then the side skirts in the rear.
So it's got the HFP side and rear. And then also on the back, got the backyard special spoiler.
Nice. Very cool piece.
Yeah, it's like all these backyard special parts are kind of hard to come by. And when you go on the website, the car that you actually see that features when you do try to buy some of the cars, when it comes to parts, is this car. So it's pretty funny.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that's cool pieces, and they're perfectly paint matched too. So it just looks like they came out from factory. And the rear, obviously, the conversion as well.
Yeah. So for me, what I love about this car is the back of it, the rear end,
You like it more than the front end?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just looks mean.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. I mean, if you know, otherwise it looks like a plain Civic.
Yeah. People I've had people while I'm driving, they're like, people who know they've told me lights, dude, that's a cool car.
Yeah.
But if not, to anyone else, it's just a commuter car.
I can hit it, no problem. Wheel and tire setup, man.
So I've got TE37 SLs. The fronts are 18 by 9.5 plus 22.
Oh wow!
And running a 5mm spacer just to clear the strut.
So it has okay, gotcha. That's funny.
And then on the rear, it's 18 by 9. It's plus 45.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I got the car, it had a different suspension setup, and they were kind of tucking this rear the rear wheel, but I kind of wanted to make it more
like
practical. So I raised it up. You know, I put the coilovers, raised it up, and
Man, we're getting old, man.
Yeah.
Usually you get coilovers to go down. Now you're getting coilovers to go up.
You know, like even like the ride height it is, like the front, like if I'm not too careful, it'll scrape and hurts my heart each time. You know, like
what with that gap?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Nah, I get you. Yeah. Really comfortable.
yeah, it's a perfect.
Aftermarket wheels, aftermarket suspension, and you don't feel it. It feels like you're, you know. I mean, I am getting a little dizzy here. You know, I understand your wife, but other than that, it's
that no cat.
you just give me pass out. I was like, blah. You're like, all right.
That's why I always drive with the windows down.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh no, this is. It just pulls nicely.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you got power wherever you want it.
You can do your trim whenever.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's good, manageable power. It's not like, you know, you're having to check your temperature.
Yeah.
You know, the clutch is really, really biting to the extent that you can't drive it. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, temps are always solid on this car. No issues.
That's because you never boosted it. Had you boosted it, it would have been a whole different conversation.
True. I'd be like, this car keeps overheating.
I wonder why. So you're supercharged on the Fit NA on the K, right?
So I'm supercharged on the Miata.
Sorry, the Miata.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I keep thinking Fit. I'm telling you, this interview just got hijacked by Honda Fit.
Brought to you by Honda Fit.
Brought to you by Honda Fit. So you're a well-rounded individual. You're not like NA only. You like everything. Okay.
And like, you know, the supercharged Miata, it feels like an NA because the power is, you know, pretty linear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it has a nice little whine to it.
Oh yeah, that car, that sounds great. Like when I drive it, it's
low cage and that's it.
Yeah, I got cage, wheels, kind of like a full track build, pretty much.
That's all it needs.
Yeah.
Dude. God. And they're pretty spacious for two people, obviously. You know, they're pretty spacious for how small they are.
Yeah, I mean, like for like even a guy like my size, everyone's like, "How do you fit a Miata?" But there's plenty of leg room, and like, you know, I did have to take out the door cards and the center console. I did like a short.
So no, maybe there wasn't enough. You're like,
I
plenty of room. I don't have doors on the car, and I never run the top. Well, the wheels make a huge difference.
Oh yeah, I think the wheels is a perfect complement to the color of the car.
Yeah. I mean, these wheels just look good on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, put on the Honda Fit.
That'd
Don't
be funny.
give me ideas. Don't give me ideas. That's cool. Yeah, it's absolutely. I forgot about the mirrors.
Yeah, they're spoon mirrors.
Oh, spoon mirrors.
I believe they're I want to say they're actual spoon mirrors and not spoon style because. Like I said, this car was done for Motor Trend, so
I would assume that if the gentleman, because the front end looks OEM.
Yeah, I mean the article said it was all all OEM parts. So
yeah, so I'm assuming if he went ahead and did all of that in the front and the back and meticulously, like, you know. But even if let's say their style spoon, like he did everything right.
It complements it, and I've gotten used to kind of like the narrow how they look.
Getting the Honda Fit, it's like this big old mirror. You're like, what is this? Dude, that Honda Fit just changing your world, man.
Yeah, I'm telling anyone, like, best daily.
You're now a recruiter for the Honda Fit.
I feel like it's a cult.
My buddy Peter just bought one too. He just got rid of his amazing 240 build, like full on 240 track build. And he was looking for a new car. He ended up in a Honda Fit, and he's like swears by it. He's like, dude, this is great. Like, buy one. And I'm like, no, because I'll probably be the same way. That's cool, man.
You'll be like, oh, look at all these different things I could do with it. Like, so I tell my wife, I'm like, look, I could put this here. I could put the seats down. The kid could still fit.
She's just like, okay, let's go to dinner, bro. I love it, man. You're not the only one. There's a cult, man, out there for the Honda Fit guys.
Because I mean, this car, like. She's rode it a couple times, but she hates it. She's like, it's loud. It vibrates too much. Like, it smells. Like, because I got no cat, so she's like. I think one time she actually got sick, like from the smell, like from the fuel smell. So and
that was the last time she got on.
Oh no, that was since
you were expecting her to get on again. The fact that you think she was gonna get on.
I was like, I'll put the windows down.
No,
and we'll drive fast.
That's why I gotta drive fast. I was telling you. That's funny, man. Well, let's talk about the interior. Talk about windows and driving fast. Let's check it out. What do you got going on?
So I kept it pretty simple. I did a cutie three-way short shifter.
Oh, nice.
I got the Battlecraft shift knob. Other than that, just it has a Pioneer, just the doubled in.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, just
must be from the early 2000s. Sir.
just kept it super simple. I haven't really done anything else other than that.
It doesn't need it. This car is the perfect size. It's nice. The wheel is small but direct.
Yeah, and with like the short shifter, it's perfect. It's three-way adjustable, so I'm like always like I feel like every other week I'm like changing the setting. Like,
well, you're going from a Honda Fit who has probably like the most slack in the world.
No, actually, the Honda Fit short shifter I have is tighter than this.
Is it?
It's like a rifle bolt.
And now they're gonna be like, bro, like, are you guys talking about the Civic or the Honda Fit? It's turning into a Honda Fit interview. Gotcha. Okay, man. Well, yeah, I mean. It's perfect. It's clean for how old it is. It's an old car. I mean, we forget.
It's 2007. So, but it's.
I love how you try to do the math.
I'm an engineer too. Where's my calculator?
It's a calculator. No, because your job just tells you where to fill things out.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing the math for us. It's a 13 plus year old car.
Computers do it.
Yeah, computers do it. Yeah. You'll design a computer to do it. Yeah, you don't have to do it. Good. It's a great car, and so I don't see anything that should have been changed from factory. But
I mean, and like my favorite part about the car is it's kind of weird, like how they do the speedometer
on top
and the RPM. So that's very unique. Don't really see it like after the 9th gen.
That's it.
They kind of got rid of it.
Yeah, people got lazy, or it became more of a just whatever.
Yeah.
Don't make it for enthusiasts. So smooth. Oh, nice. That's a great exhaust tone, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's plenty fast.
Yeah. It's got power when you want it, and if not, you can drive around, like everyone else, like a daily driver.
Like a daily driver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. You should be very proud. That's pretty cool that you got that was your first engine swap.
Yeah, it got started up for the first time, no issues. It was just the tune that needed to be worked on, but yeah, it was very accomplishing,
Yeah, and here it is, still rolling. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Like I said, I was trying to do it like before the kid was here, so I felt like when once you have a child, like you run out of time, for doing like major projects like that. So if I did something like that nowadays, like it'd be over. Like
you can't.
Yeah,
it wouldn't get done.
Yeah, it wouldn't get done.
Ask a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
They start a build and like have a kiddo, and it's like eventually I'll touch the car again. But,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, it's awesome, man. Thanks for the opportunity and experience. Oh yeah.
It's got power when you want it. But of course, I appreciate it again.
Nah, man, the honor is ours. Seriously, we enjoy hearing stories, and no better way to spend our morning than doing this. Well, we can go get coffee now.
Yeah,
that's the next best thing we can do.
Yeah,
we love to hear exhaust tones, but now we gotta get some coffee. Man. I keep talking about the Honda Fit.
I should just take you to my house and show you it.
Hey, can you stay here? I'll be back with the Honda Fit. Oh, I love that, dude. Yeah. You mentioned that because I feel like there was a sense of like, even thinking back to the EF generation, when you bought a SI, there was something more to it.
Yep.
Like you knew you were getting something more, bits and pieces, than just a regular Civic.
Mm-hmm.
And so we lost that. I think the new with the new Civic generations, you got the touring.
Yeah.
You have all these different types, and it just doesn't. But I don't know.
And even like the SI, like nowadays, it kind of just it got overshadowed by the Type R. So it's like,
yeah,
it's like I wouldn't even want to get an SI now. I'm just go straight for the Type R. But
yeah.
Who knows how it might have been if they had the Type R over here? I'd probably be saying the same thing.
That's a hint. That's a hint. Get rid of the Fit. Get the Type R.
Hey, if I had maybe if I sold all my cars, I could combine it into one and get.
Hey, I keep hearing that they're great, like family cars, fun cars. So I don't know. We'll see. Man, all right. So what are we starting at, man?
So this is a K24A2. It's a lower mileage JDM motor from JDMF Ontario. Mm-hmm. We got our Skunk, the 2 Pro intake manifold, P2R throttle spacer. Forget the size of the throttle body off the top of my head, but it's also got Skunk Mega Power headers, and then we have our what's it called? The 3-inch hybrid racing velocity stack intake. Okay. And then got the Whitfield kind of the catch can reservoir.
That's cool.
And also the valve cover. And for fuel setup, got hybrid racing rail with the Shootworks like 660cc injectors.
Oh, nice.
And a 340 Walbro fuel pump.
Okay, like very nice upgrades.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so got the car dynoed, making like 235 horsepower.
Sick.
Yeah, so
yeah, that's good.
It's like it's what you need for the street, and it's to be fun and you can still get get around without getting pulled over.
Yeah, you get some decent gas mileage as well. So what happened to the old motor? Did it go off on you? And
so when I bought it, the car, whenever you hit VTEC, it smoked like crazy. So.
Okay.
I took it out. It's in my backyard. It's a future project, so I still haven't torn it open to see if it's like valve stem seals or if it's actually piston rings. But future plans for that is get it rebuilt, and then for a future project, maybe for the Fit or maybe for the EK if I blow that motor, or for a different platform.
Gotcha. Okay. But then, like, this one was your very, very first ever swap?
Yep. Yeah, first time ever going. So I've done like coilovers, brakes, like things like that. Like, but just
Never.
going like dropping like the subframe and pulling the motor out. Like that was the first.
I hear that these are kind of hard to work on.
Yeah, it's
it's a little cramped up.
It's very cramped. And yeah, you don't really have too much space, and you got to pull off all the plastics, and you just get barely enough room for to get to the header bolts. Or
so let's choose the hardest car to do the first swap ever.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Smart. Transmission, is it still the same original one that you got?
For transmission, I got hybrid racing shifter cables, bushings.
Nice.
And then K20 Z3 trans.
Okay. And then you were tuning on Honda?
Yep, tuned on Honda on 91. Was done by KB Tuning. So great guy. He came over to my house and helped me, get the car on like a base tune to drive to the dyno.
And you mentioned it has a Skunk 2 header. What is the exhaust system?
So the exhaust is a fully custom 3-inch. It's got a vibrant resonator and also a vibrant muffler. And it has also a Helmholtz resonator.
Does it do anything?
so that pretty much it cancels out the drone frequency.
The drone.
So yeah, this car exhaust it sounds so great.
It does sound good, but I can't imagine at 80 miles an hour in the freeway.
Yeah, you still
3-inch, nice. So that means that the new owner should have time to turbo it.
So before I got the Honda Fit, I was looking at some
They're like, dude, enough with the Honda Fit.
No, for this car, some dude was selling a turbo kit, and I was
put like random Honda Fits everywhere.
I was talking to him, and then luckily I didn't go that route because probably be in there like money pit, turning this car turbo.
Yep. Yeah, well, this is great, man. I mean, K-Series is really reliable, and I think for the car, it's perfect power to weight ratio, and you still get some of the comfort creatures. It is a newer car.
I got AC, heater. I love the electric power steering on this car. It's very tight. And it's got a full, a sound system too. It's got the sub in the back, and
you are from the early 2000s.
So.
Love it. All right, Shahan, thank you so much for allowing us to learn about your story, your build. Yeah, definitely can't wait to maybe meet up again and do some of the other ones. But for this one, I'm glad that it goes to a good home. I'm glad that it enables you to now build something else, which we absolutely approve.
And make the wife happy, So that's super important.
Number one reason, yes. But yeah, man, thank you for the time. Any shout outs for this build?
So I want to give you a shout out because I really appreciate you, you documenting this for me. And I think, a couple years down the line, 10, 15 years, it'll still be on YouTube, and I'll be able to show my son, like, hey, this is what I had when you were cooking in the stomach.
And he's gonna be like, Dad, why did you sell it? Why did you keep it?
He'll probably say something like that, but hopefully I'll have another cool car to give him. So
I'm sure you will.
But yeah, after that, I want to shout out, my wife, of course, for putting up with me and my expensive hobbies and letting me go around and pick up cars and build them, work on the weekends sometimes. So really appreciate that. And then after that, all my buddies, Bank, Leo, Mikey, who kind of helped me either with like sourcing parts for this car or lending a hand. And then my dad, of course, for inspiring for me to be a car enthusiast, and also lending a hand and kind of his knowledge from when he was working on the cars. Like he wouldn't actually be working on the cars, but he could tell me, like, give me some tips here and there. So yeah, it's been a process, and I enjoyed it the whole way through.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, and thank you. Thank you. We met not too long ago at a car meet, and I appreciate the support to the channel, and just it's people like yourselves, man, that you guys keep the channel going, builders to another builder. So that's cool, man. Thank you for the time, and I hope your son doesn't see and be like, I could have had an 8th gen SI, but now I have a freaking Honda Fit. He's gonna lose it, man. It's awesome, man. Can't wait to see what you do with the Honda Fit, man. Those are cool cars. But yeah. Good luck to the new owner on this one, and I'm glad that we got to learn a little bit about it. So thank you for the time, man.
Of course, thank you. Actually had a couple cars, so.
Oh, so your dad is the one that introduced you? They're looking for you, all those cars that you have. Where is it?
Oh, it's over there. It was like bouncing off.
What? We're both looking at the other side. Alright. So then we gotta beat the train too. It's a long one too, so it comes out some random time.
All right.
Nah, you're good. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Shahan.
I started it.
Oh.
You don't watch my videos or what? I'm kidding. I'll start it.
That's funny.
So that was easier. See, now you're good. You're good. You're like, damn. 3, 2, and 1. Oh.